Hey guys, this is a long plane review for Flash Gordon on the Amstrad CPC, a budget release in 1988 from Mastertronic for the pricey sum of £2.99. Okay, of course many of you will know the famous Flash Gordon movie released in 1980, a glorious over-the-top and extremely camp science fiction romp, of which this game is loosely based on, but not referred to. Instead, it looks like Mastertronic secured the license based on the comic book, which has been around since the early 1930s. I think 1934 was the very first Flash Gordon comic, and apparently even continues on to this day being published. Although it was renamed in different countries, I know a lot of you, a lot of my subscribers from overseas. So, for example, Flash Gordon in France became Guy Leclerc. So, you may not have heard of Flash Gordon if you're overseas, but you may have been renamed something else. Anyway, the movie itself was based around the early stories from the comic books, so Mastertronic have kind of got away with loosely basing the game around scenes you may be familiar with from the movie. And so the game is split into 3 distinct parts, and in the first level we're in the kingdom of Arboria, working our way through a maze of trees, swamps, pitfalls and deadly creatures, where at the end we find a cave which takes us to level 2, where we meet the ruler of Arboria, Prince Barin, and things switch to a one-on-one beat-em-up style in the mould of the Way of the Exploding Fist, International Karate and Barbarian. Defeat Barin to convince him to help you fight the evil Ming The Merciless. So then you take to the skies in your rocket cycle in level 3, where strangely you have to shoot down the Hawkmen, who in the movie are your allies. Then navigate a minefield before finally confronting a Ming The Merciless, the evil wizard emperor of the universe, whatever, and blast him out the sky. So let's get this long play started, and of course see how everything compares to all the stuff I've just rambled on about. Anyway, first thing to mention quickly, I've really struggled to get a working dump of this game in emulators. Seems that every disc and tape dump I've found crashes on loading level 2, and the only working one I found was from the Amstrad Computer Game Resource site, a very old dump of the game where you can choose which level to start on. So that's how I've managed to get this recording done. Anyway, this is like the title screen of level 1, and I'm going to let the music play out in full because it's actually done by the excellent Rob Hubbard, so many of you might want to hear this. Rob Hubbard, of course, very famous game composer, for example like Monty on the Run, loads of stuff, Commando, Alfie Saint Monty, Escape from Singe's Castle, Dragon's Lair 2, International Karate Plus, Nemesis the Warlock, Shockwave Rider, Spellbound, loads of stuff, mostly famous for Commodore 64 things. And the programmer of the game is a guy called Tiny Williams, who I've never heard of before, but I've just realised and discovered he's done a huge number of awesome games on the Amstrad. Are you ready for this? He's also done Golden Axe, Lemmings, Pang, Paperboy 2, Predator 2, Raston, Saint Dragon, Smash TV, Super Monaco Grand Prix, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, The Ninja Warriors. There we go. Anyway, we're coming to the end of the music, and what have we got here? Flash! The Earth will soon be under attack from Ming. You must stop him. Seek help from Prince Barin. So we'll start level 1, and we're in the forest of Arboria, and it's quite a maze to navigate. I've found the quickest route, so follow me. What I do here, and you can jump and flying kick, and you've also got lasers to shoot, which will destroy certain creatures. That's a beehive there, so be prepared to duck from the angry bees. and it's a very unusual control system, and it's very confusing playing the game if you haven't had a look at the manual. You can find the controls and manual on the CPC Power website, link in the description below. And oh yes, you can shoot mid-range, high, and you can shoot low. And of course, yeah, look out for the yellow crates. Duck down on them to like replenish your bullets. Control system. Oh, first of all, you can only destroy the caveman by shooting him in the head 3 times. Certain enemies have to be destroyed a certain way. Anyway, controls. Bizarrely, without the fire button being pressed, if you press up, it'll take a high shot with the laser. Down and right without the fire button pressed does a low shot. Oh yes, back and left, or the opposite direction, does a flying kick, and that will destroy those skeletons. Firing up and firing down to move up and down through like those passageways there, to move up and move down. So a bit of a strange control system. And definitely you'll need to like map out where you're going. You can get quite confused and lost, but there are arrows marking where you need to go eventually to know you're on the right path. But this is the quickest route through the game, and we will complete the level 1 within the next minute basically. Fire breathing dragon, shooting very quickly with low shots, I think. Yeah, he took about 3 shots there. Nice graphics though. It's a little bit slow. Flash doesn't seem to look much like Flash. A little bit. It'll do. There's some chasms as well. That is a chasm there. We need to jump over that. We get rid of the spiders first. Firing forward to jump. Remember to conserve your lasers and bullets as much as possible because you'll need them. And here's the final screen. The cave is just to the right there. This dog can be destroyed with low shots, or bear, whatever it was. And this is basically end of level 1. Some nice graphics there. Quite a fun little game actually there. But with some rather repetitive music, but at least there is some music. And bear in mind guys, this is a budget game. And it's very unusual to have like multi-load on a budget game. Here on level 2, you have entered the cave dwelling of Prince Barin. Defeat him and continue your quest to destroy Ming. Oh, I think Barin lives in a tree or tree house rather than a cave, I think. Anyway, and I was saying, remember this is a budget game, and we now got a one-on-one beat 'em up. I'm in the red there, and there's a massive range of moves you can do here. There's forward and back rolls, kicks forward, reverse floor kick, reverse fly kick, punch the head in reverse, punch the head, high, punch the body, low punch, fly kick. Really well done actually, although he gets pretty easy to defeat actually. I've actually defeated him within about 10 or 15 seconds before with punches. And you can often get stuck to the spot. See, I'm getting a lot of punches off. And sometimes you get stuck. So use your low punch or your punch the body or head. Just use punches basically. And you can see the strength meter there, like a tug of war, represented by a tug of war at the bottom of the screen there. Some nice animated torches there in the background as well. And again, nice graphics. Nearly done him, though he uses the same sprite as Flash, just in a different colour. But controls are actually really responsive. They could have made a fairly decent beat 'em up game with this, with a bit of tweaking to improve the AI. So remember, you would have paid £2.99 for this game, so really good value for money. In fact, it was actually featured in last month's Retro Gamer magazine in like the top 20 or 25 budget games that represent the best value for money. That's how I remembered about this game. And there we go, just defeated Prince Barin. Prince Barin, of course, played brilliantly by Timothy Dalton in the movie. Went on to become James Bond, of course, one of my favourite James Bonds. And on to level 3. Your luck holds. Ming tries to escape. You must seek and destroy him. The future of Earth is in your hands. Oh yeah, Ming's about to chuck a load of comets at Earth to destroy it. I think that's the sort of rough backstory. But this is where we take the rocket cycle. And there's the Hawkman. Of course, as I said earlier, the Hawkman in the movie were your allies in fighting Ming. Of course, the Chief Hawkman, played by the brilliant Brian Blessed, you know, him who says, "Gordon's alive!" and all that. Anyway, those are power gates you need to get through that will top up your energy. Your energy is represented by the 2 black dots either side that get lower and lower as you lose energy. You haven't got a target, but you can move left and right. Oh, there's an energy gate. You can aim up and down. You don't always notice it, but you can see my aim getting higher and higher there. Actually, I need to be going lower and lower to destroy that Hawkman at the bottom there. Oh, there's another gate. You can see the centre of your handlebars there, a sort of a graphic display. The bottom bottom bar chart there, as it goes up, shows you the distance from the next energy gate, and the bar in the middle there, the green and the purple, shows you if you're on course for it. Go for about 3 or 4 energy gates, and then we move on to the Minefield. So now it's just a case of dodging all the mines. Looks like we've got about 2 bits of energy left, so if we fly into 3 mines, it's game over. Although on this disc dump I'm playing, the game just sort of crashes after you run out of energy, bizarrely. Anyway, not too hard to do. Very generous with the collision detection on this, actually. Quite a small area you can hit in the centre of you, of course. And soon enough we'll get to destroy the evil Ming the Merciless and win the game. Very quickly completed, of course, and probably about like 10 minutes. But represents good value for money. It is a budget game, released for £2.99. And it's very nicely presented and programmed all around. But of course does have its sort of flaws. Oh, there's Ming. There he is. He's trying, but he just laughs at you and tells you he'll be back. And that's it. There's no other ending. It just sort of stays at that forever. So there we go. Great value for money. Very well done with graphics and music, sound. Well programmed, well presented. Great value for money. I will give that a 7.5 out of 10. So thanks for watching, guys. See you soon, and Happy New Year.